Noon. I'm not really having a good time at all, not at all. I'm beginning to believe that with all the trauma that I've had in my life and all the hurt that men have put on me throughout my life, they used me and abused me. And most of the time I was just so naive, it's actually stupid. Even after I got older. You would have thought I would known, but no. Most of my life, I basically been looking for somebody that really loved me and really truly wanted to love me for who I am. And here I am at 80, and I have been actually. I didn't fall for it, but they actually tried to scam me online. Well, I mean, it didn't take me long to figure it out, but if I hadn't have been as smart as I was, and already been through all the crap that I'd been through with men that I actually did have a relationship with, uh, I wouldn't have known that that's what it was. Um, but you would think, and I know a lot of you are going to say something, but please don't. Just recently, the last few weeks, this platform, if I can't get a hold of my emotions and heal over, um, and I don't care how old you are, everybody wants to be loved. And it's built in us to want to be loved. Even though I like being by myself now, and the reason why I like being by myself is because I've had too many relationships of guys doing me wrong. I mean, you can name it. And so the people that I have to come across here on YouTube, which, I mean, like I said in the beginning, all I started it for was to have something to do, and I started really feeling good about myself. And then this fella come along and just started commenting on different videos and stuff, and um, just like normal, just like everybody else. Then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, it seemed to me anyway, but he'd been on there for a while and I just wasn't paying any attention. And I just, go through and do what I had to do with all the comments and stuff. And so he started being nicer to me and nicer to me and nicer to me. And started forming an attachment to me. Now, whether or not he was scamming me or not, I don't know. But uh, it started to draw me in a little bit, even though I knew inside that it wasn't a good thing. I mean, he was close by. I mean, at least 2.5 uh, hours close to me, and so with the problems I have with my emotions, which I've never healed from, I've never which I thought I had it all taken care of, but apparently I didn't. And so maybe that's what this is all about, um, to teach me how to not to let myself get into any of that like that. But I don't. I'd rather did it was this way than real it in person. But but if it had been real in person, I would have caught it a lot sooner. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he really did start caring about me. I mean, guys can, and so can women, get an attachment to somebody that they're watching on the videos and stuff like that. Now, I couldn't see him, and but he was so nice to me, so nice, and I told him he was a lot younger than me. That's the sad part. But here's another thing. It was no surprise to me because all my life, it didn't matter how old I was. It was always the younger guys that went for me. When I was in Florida at 72, the younger guys. I mean, young enough to be my kids. I was old enough to be their mother. Well, that's what this guy was. And I mean, I don't know his exact age. I just went by the music that he told me to listen to and stuff. So um, anyway, it started making me feel better about myself on top of doing the YouTube channels. Like maybe I've got a friend, cause I don't have any friends, not really, and since he was that close, um, maybe I did have a friend. Well, but I noticed changes in him as he was talking and commenting and stuff, and um, start out this way, and then somewhere in the middle he'd be this way, and then at the end, he could be really nice to me one minute, and then later as the time went on, he started getting agitated with different things, and I thought there for a minute that he might have been talking to somebody else at the same time. I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to accuse the man of anything. But I I couldn't deal with him talking to me on my business channel, and I mean, starting to get really personal. I mean, he didn't get too bad. I mean, just enough to let me know little things, and stuff like that. But that's not. If I stay on here, and look at me. I mean, I'm not too bad when I'm cleaned up and stuff, but and when I feel better about myself, then I don't look bad at all. But especially when I have my long hair and it's dark, but why why would I don't care how old or how young you are. Why would you be interested in somebody that looks like me? I don't have any bottom teeth. Most of my teeth on the top are gone, and I can't. I mean, I can smile, but that don't look pretty at all. And so therefore, then that it makes you start feeling a little bit like you're somebody, like you've got something to offer a guy. But that went back and forth for a few weeks. But there'd be nights that he'd keep me up, and keep me up because I felt like I had to make sure that he wasn't getting too ridiculous with the things he was saying. And never disrespected me, said nice things to me, telling me, that I was important to him, and I thought, well, I'm waiting. I'm sitting there waiting for him to ask me for money, but no, he never asked me for nothing. And I think he was just lonely, and he connected with me, but there was things about him that I noticed that, knowing who I am, it would have been a very dysfunctional, uh, even a friendship. So, and then on top of that going on, and I mean, I expected this, and then I don't want people coming back to me and saying, "Well, don't pay attention to those haters." Well, the ones that are coming on, they're not actually haters. Uh, they're they're questioning my where I get my information and stuff at, and I try to tell them I from the Bible. I mean, it's been reconstructed, deconstructed over and over again, but there's still some truths in it. And um, it's like when I'm saying let let the Creator and you guide you and stuff, so you can take care of your own self, and that happened. And I had one lady, it felt like it was 3 pages long, telling me about this, and this, like as if I don't know it. And here's the thing: if you're not listening to the, no, I'm not saying this about everybody. If somebody like that's going to come back to me and say, uh, you know, that couldn't possibly be correct, um, where are you getting your information? Well, if they've been listening in the first place to other videos and stuff, I give out all kinds of um, stuff where you can find it, and the Bible and stuff about how we're able to um, go within and take care of our life. And but they come in there and ready to wham bam bash you. I mean, not nothing bad, and don't say nothing bad, but they're throwing that stuff at you like you don't know what you're talking about. Well, I studied, and a lot of other people studied, and that's the conclusion everybody's come up with. So I don't know. I don't know if I have the balls to finish this without getting myself into such chaotic emotional mess. But make a long story short, I had to block that fella. Well, here I tried to do it another way. I mean, it didn't. It wasn't doing me good at all for him to gradually do all that stuff on my channel, where everybody else in God's creation could see the things that he was saying, and so I offered him my email, and he did email me, but I didn't get it, and so he said something on the channel about it, and so I went in and looked, and sure enough he did. So I figured that's all settled. He's got a way to talk back and forth to me now, um, but it didn't happen that way. He went right back on to my channel. In the middle of the night, I'm getting this prompting. I woke up, got this prompting to go in and look, and there he was again. After him getting mad and getting rid of all these other um, comments, and a very this way one minute and this way another minute, and that kind of deal, like as if, and I can't say this for sure whether he was under the influence of anything or not, but that finally, it was tearing me up to have to even think about uh, blocking him or anything like that, because like I said, I thought I had a friend. And when you're all by yourself, even though you're smart enough, you're hoping that you really got a friend. But it wasn't like that. I had to block him. Had to block him. And made sure I got rid of all of his comments, which that probably downsized my views and stuff like that. I don't know, but I don't care about that. First of all, if he was genuine, I didn't want to have to do that to the poor man. And he didn't come back on the email for me unless he forgot he had it. I don't know, but uh, I gave him plenty of time. I gave him plenty of time. I give him a couple weeks to show me that show me who he was. Um, like I told him, I said, you got an advantage over me. You can see me and hear me and what I'm saying and stuff. But of course, he had no way of showing me anything other than what he was saying. But long story short, I finally told him on the email this is not going to work of any kind of friendship, and I didn't like the things that how he was presenting himself in front of thousands of people to me. Now I don't know how many people was paying attention to that, and I don't even want to hear it if you did. But that that's breaking my heart. And like I said, I like being by myself, but good God, day in and day out, day in and day out, no place to go, nothing to do except to the store. And my daughter comes and visits me. So, and then of course, and then the harshness I get from people out there that think they know everything, and one of they basically they're not coming out and really fighting with you, but they're questioning you on instead of doing the research for themselves. So my heart is broke today because I had to hurt somebody else's feelings. And and what I have to look for, because I know it might not be him, but somebody else is liable to come along, and am I going to see through it? Am I going to fall for it? I feel like this is a lesson. All of it's a lesson to teach me how to stay strong, how to have a thick skin, how not to let what everybody else says hurt me inside, to bring my vibrations down. Because I'm the kind of person that if I'm sitting here sick and I really don't want no company, but somebody comes, if it's not the kind of sick that's catching, I won't say that I'm feeling. I'll sit there and talk to them and be kind to them and everything. So my heart is broke for a couple reasons. Because I had to hurt him, and I hurt me in the process. But if I'd have stayed, I'd have hurt me even worse. And so this whole thing with YouTube can be very detrimental if I don't if and that's for anybody. If you don't get a hold of yourself, if you got the different issues with different things and stuff. So I'm looking at this as a learning experience, and I'm supposed to be letting myself heal through this and learn to have thick skin and don't get offended, and uh, don't pay attention to comments and stuff and people that is It's not relevant. I don't have to um, be any kind of special person or anything like that. So I didn't get. I woke up about 1:30 this morning, and that's when I was told to look at the comments, and of course I haven't been asleep ever since. I'm tired. I did get out in the sun a little bit today. I took a package over to my son, and my dog loves me. And I know that there's some of you on here that say you love me, but you don't know me. You just see this, just like he did. All he does is see this. Um, and I personally, as far as looks goes, if he did care about me, it certainly wasn't my looks. But I feel bad. I feel bad. I don't like to hurt people, they, even if they, even if they might be scamming me. I don't like hurting people. So anyway, I gotta do. I gotta sit down and think about just whether or not if I'm up for this. I know a lot of you have said before, uh, you can do it. Don't give up. And we can all sit there and think that we know what somebody else is going through, and different people has commented on me about when I say we got to take care of ourselves, and they'll say, well, you don't understand the situation, how complicated it is and stuff. No, I don't. There's all of us has got a complicated life, but we still got to take care of ourselves. It doesn't matter how complicated it gets. You still got to find a way to work yourself through it and pick yourself up and go on. And lo and behold, now you think I can find them hooks for a Christmas tree that you hang your bulbs on with? No, and I didn't want to have to do it. Um I went to Walmart yesterday to pick. I got a tablet so I could do this and try to save my phone as much as possible so that I wouldn't be doing things on the phone. But I did that and got me like uh, a dust buster, but it's on. You can take it off. It comes in two, and it only costs $28, and I can vacuum up the floor because with her hair the way it is, that carpet sweeper, is that what we called it? Is not working as good as I'd like it to, and then the leaves coming in every day when we come in and out. I keep that all swept up. I did that and forgot all about going to the Christmas section and getting them little hooky things to hook the bulbs on with. So, but sometime, probably maybe the end of this month, I'll have it all ready to go, and I'll have a video, and I'll decorate the tree, and um, try to come up with some music. So, but anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that, man, if you've got healing issues that need to be healed and things that you need to work out, especially if you're going to deal with people, if you're determined to get through it, I guess you can do it, but it can be painful. It can be very painful, so I don't want to keep you on here. It's 24 minutes. Uh, so I'm going to see how good this uploads now, and so you all have a great day. But if there's any of you out there that you come across certain issues like that, and don't fall for it. I mean, if you can't meet them in person, now I probably could. I know how to do things fairly well and find out things because I'm in the justice system. I could do that. I could set out to go find him and accidentally run into him and just see what kind of person he is and what's going on, and if uh, if he's got a mate or something like that. But um, I I just don't want to. I just don't want to hurt him. I don't want to hurt him because he's probably the type of guy that would not be good for me, and he's young anyway. I mean, might be a good, could be a good friend because I can do friends like that. If he's wouldn't be good for me for a mate, I could be a friend, but I don't want to put myself in that position to do that, and I don't want to do that to him either. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go. We'll talk to you later.